Normal.
Only lectures.
Two lectures. Geography or history you attended?
Geography, previous was
Ah,
like
7 after this 3 months. 3 months only that back to period some lessons are other things. Okay.
आपका नहीं है. मुझे लगा स्टार lecture में मुझे लगा क्या हो ये lecture का जो lecture बोली only on the maths.
Okay. Previous lesson you understood nicely. Agriculture first lesson. You were not there. Where were you?
But actually, I was out of topic because the timer was.
If any doubt is further in future, you can take extra lecture. Then I will. Huh? Because regular lecture cannot be. Or whatever lessons later on you can demand for that. That time I really have to do for this case. Okay. Huh? Yes. What happened? Are you writing tests? Yes. Huh? How many tests you have written? 2 tests. Yeah? Which lessons?
Very blind वाली ही था मेरा.
Kalina.
Yesterday was chemistry. Geography one is
What is it like? You? Last week you got a bit, you know. But this week paper will be 8. Yes, I'm having bad. But I'm getting some numbers. Then we'll take it. But the mark you will get paper will be. This week not done. When the last week only now. Sunday, yesterday. Yes, keep. See, our second lesson is related to food crops. Okay. What is food crop? What is food crop? So food crops are the crops that are used for food purpose. Anything. It can be included cereals. It can be included vegetables. It can be all those crops which are used as a means of food is called the food crops. In India, variety of food crops are grown. And another thing is that these crops are grown in different seasons. So India is blessed with so many things. It is having a variety of climate, variety of soils, variety of conditions are there. So because of that, India is having conditions for growing variety of crops in different seasons and fulfill the food needs of it. That is what one of the most important advantage Because when we study about other countries, they are having only one type of crop growing. But India, we see that oil seeds are growing, that vegetables are growing, fruits are growing, cereals are growing, millets are growing. So variety of food crops and different regions and different seasons. So this is what we are going to see. Today also after that this thing lesson, I will take that small test or a test so that we will complete the lesson in a block. Okay?
Agriculture part 1 or 2.
Pardon?
You will take the test of agriculture part 1 or 2.
Two. Part one का complete किया ना?
हाँ.
Test not taken. हाँ? Not done. We have completed fully, na? Because normally other branches, na, wherever the time was there, I used to complete the erosion test also. However, I could not complete that much time was not there. Question I have given is it there? So that is. So depends upon that how we are able to complete. Hmm? So listen very carefully. So why India is able to grow variety of crops? You pardon, climatic conditions. You different types of soil. Then you try now. Hmm? Ah,
Types of agricultural cultivation processes.
but see, we have variety of agricultural seasons. Then availability of water. Hmm? These all facilities provide us. That is not there in the other countries. Now let us see. For agricultural purpose, India is divided into three cropping seasons. The first cropping season is called Kharif cropping season. Kharif always start with the onset of monsoon. What is it? Onset of monsoon. Onset means, say, some regions what is happening, Maharashtra and all, where black soil is there. So just before that rainfall, pre-monsoon showers, just light showers when it is coming, people used to till the soil and make it ready. With the monsoon, they start. Otherwise, if it is delayed, what happen that the soil will be clayey and the tilling and other processes cannot take place. So this season, Kharif season, begin with the onset of monsoon. That is, what is the meaning of onset? Due to that is it is setting into start of monsoon. Okay, that is what the first thing. Another thing is that it's June or July that sowing is done and harvesting is done in which month? September, October harvest. See, normally that it take place for 4 months. If it is in July, the harvest is in October. If it is in June, harvest will be in September. So that way, that Kharif cropping season with the onset of monsoon, that is June or July, sowing is done and harvesting is done in September, October. Next, that is what are the crops grown? Yes, can you tell? You tell. Which are the crops? Kharif crop. Kharif. Slightly sleepy, that is why I'm telling.
Millets.
Main crop is rice. Rice. Then
millet,
millet.
and groundnuts.
Millets, groundnut is also groundnut, maize and cotton. This much only that is Rabi season. So you have to learn thoroughly. Kharif. Kharif season begin with the onset of monsoon. The sowing will be done in June or July. Harvest is done in September, October. And the main crops grown are rice, millets, maize, groundnuts, cotton, etc. Over. Okay. Now let us come to Rabi crop. Rabi. This Rabi is winter crop. What is that? Winter crop. So when it is starting, sowing is done in the October, November. Harvesting in March, April. Okay. Now, which are the main crops? Wheat.
Pulses and oils.
So, I did not give you your attendance. Huh? This one is clear?
Yes.
So, winter crop, October, November, sowing and harvesting is done in March, April. So, if October it is sown, March it will be harvested. If November it is the April it will be harvested. And main crop is wheat. You have to discriminate like that. Rice is a kharif crop, whereas wheat is a rabi. Okay. Now, another one is that there is a spelling difference. Syed, you can see in some books, other books. This one. So, whatever be that, is both I am writing. What is Zaid crop? Zaid crop is a summer crop. Okay, this is a monsoon crop. This is winter crop, and this is summer crop. So summer crop, which month it is coming? April, May, March, April, May. Isn't it? Summer season is March, April, May. So depends upon that is winter. This one harvest is late, then it can be in the month of this April. Then it will proceed up to June. That way, it is not exactly fixed. This time only it can be done. Next lecture also up to 2:15 you have signed. In Khatar, only for that one lecture they have signed. Next lecture again attendance will come. Because no bunking is allowed. See, what is it? This called a summer crop. So March to May or April to June. Now you see which are the crops grown in this season. Vegetables and fruits. You know that some of the vegetables like what is that mutton, that's so that is coming in that watermelon. So that is the famous fruit of summer. So like that crops are even kakdi. What is it? I am so all these kukubara. So all these crops are grown in the summer season. Got it clear? Which are the three seasons? Tell.
Kharif crop is a very because
Ah,
rainy season crop and it rains from June to July. Then harvesting is done in September, October.
ah.
Main crop is rice and other crops are wheat and groundnuts. Then rabi is a winter crop.
Wheat is this one, rabi only. Okay. Ah.
Then rabi is a winter crop.
Hmm.
Fruits in September to October.
Ah.
October, they are choosing from October to November, then harvesting is done in March to April. Main crop is wheat.
Ah.
Then
Zaid.
say, then it is a summer crop.
Hmm.
It is from March, May, and April. It mainly grows vegetables and fruits.
Good. Okay. Now this part is clear. Now we are going one by one with the food crops. How it is growing. So there are different methods used in growing. After that, we will see the video that is growing and see. First crop is rice. It is the staple food of millions of people. So staple food means the main food. Majority of the people have the rice as the main food. Even in North India also, the people have this rice. That is at least once in a day they have rice. The wheat is their main food, but still they have rice. But South India, if it is taken, without rice they cannot imagine a day. Okay, so that is what which is the staple food. Rice is the staple. What type of crop is cropping season? Kharif. Kharif. And India is the second largest producer of rice. Now, what are the climatic conditions required? So, every crop, when you are learning, first thing you have to remember about that what type of crop is that staple food crop. Then, kharif crop, that is the season in which that crop is growing. Then, what is the position? Second largest produce. Okay, that much. Then you have to study about the climate. What type of climate is required? Tell me. Warm and humid. Anybody have seen this rice growing? Rice field have you seen? How it is? It is having standing water. In water only this one is growing. At the same time, temperature is also. So warm and humid climatic condition. Next, temperature. What is the temperature required? You tell 16 to 20 degrees. Okay, 16 to 20 degree Celsius. Your textbook, have you got nowadays? Because some of the things we have to confirm with that textbook what it is given. Hmm? Next is that during the flowering and fruitation, 18 to 32 during ripening. So this is flowering and fruitation time. Then what is that? 18, no? 18 to 32 degree Celsius in that what time? Ripening. Hmm. Next one is that rainfall. How much rainfall is required? 150 to 300 centimeter rainfall. So this is what the climatic condition, 16 to 20 degrees during the flowering and fruitation period, 18 to 32 degrees Celsius in that what period? Ripening time, and rainfall 150 to 300. That is what the standing water is required. If rainfall is not there, they will pump water and allow it to grow in. Got it clearly? Ah. Next is that the soil requirement. What type of soil? Alluvial, clayey, or loamy, impervious subsoil. So what type of soil? Alluvial, then clayey, loamy, and impervious. Impervious subsoil means it is not allowing it to that is go downward. That water is not permitted to go downward because it requires that subsoil moisture. If it is getting dried, then rice cannot be good. There are some type of rice, dry paddy is there. But most of the rice is growing in that with the subsoil moisture. Got it clear? Now, what are the methods of cultivation? There are different methods of cultivation. The first method of cultivation, by seeing that pictures, we will understand what is that. Broadcasting method is a method of sowing the seed like that. You might have seen that is the seeds are thrown like that. So broadcasting, it is called as broadcasting. Okay, seeds are spread over. So that is one of the method. The seeds are scattered all over the field after plowing. First, the field will be ready for it by plowing it, and the seeds are scattered. Clear? Next, it is labor saving also because every area that is one planting, it will take a long time. So if it is spread over, everywhere it will fall down so that it can grow. So it is a labor saving method. This is done before the onset of monsoon. See, I have told you in the southern states, clayey soils are there. Clayey soils are sticky soil. So the plowing to be done with the pre-monsoon showers. Before the monsoon arrive, it will be plowed, and this one was also done before the actual monsoon comes. We know that when the monsoon comes, you have learned about the climate. What is that? It arrives with a burst. Sometimes continuously for a few days, heavy showers used to be there. If that time this sowing is done, means that the seeds will be taken away, carried away by that rain. So that is why just before the real monsoon or before the real onset of monsoon, the seeds are Next one is that method is called a drilling method. Have you seen any kind of drilling? Drilling that in order to fit that screws and all. What is that? A hole is made. Here also on the soil, the holes are made and the seeds are put in that holes. That is what the drilling method. Just think about what is drilling. Drilling to fit that screws and all. So that way, holes are made in the field and seeds are put in the. So in this method, the seeds are dropped in a straight line at regular intervals through a bamboo shaft attached to the plow, which makes furrows. Furrows means that holes. The main advantage of this method is that the seeds fall in the furrows in a systematic way. Means when we are spreading or throwing, what is happening? Some places 2, 3 will be there. Some places more will be there. Some places 1 will be there. So it is not having a systematic that dropping of seeds. But when a furrow is made and into that hole with a bamboo stick, when the seeds are put, what is happening? Same distance, same number of seeds. That is the advantage. The germination rate of the seeds is high and the wastage of the seeds is minimal. So you just underline these points. What are the advantages? What are the methods? Okay, as well as time consuming. We can save the time. So, broadcasting method, drilling method. Now, another method is called dibbling. Dibbling method. Dibbling is the dropping of seed at a regular interval in the furrows made by the plow with the help of a tool called a dibber. So earlier bamboo sticks were used, but here in this case a dibber, that is the name of the tool. Again it is like that furrows are made and the seeds are put into that furrows with the help of a device called a dibber. Got it? Now the most common method is transplanting. What is transplanting? First, the seeds are planted in nurseries. In nurseries, it is planted, and then after few days, it will be removed and planted in that field which is ready to. So, one place, one piece of land is cleared, and the nursery is prepared, and in that the seeds are sown and it will grow at a particular height, and from there it is removed and planted in the field. That is why it is called a transplanting. From the place it is planted to that field which is ready for. This is the most common method used in our country. See, transplantation is the sowing of seeds which is usually done in a well-prepared seed beds called nurseries. After 4 to 5 weeks, when saplings attain 25 to 30 centimeters of height, they are transplanted into the prepared rice fields at a regular distance. Then the surplus water is drained so that by the time the grains ripen, the field is dry. It is a laborious task. Laborious means labor. More labor is required. Why? It is first in the nurseries it has to be grown. From there, it has to be plucked, then tied, then brought to the field. Then every the area that is one at the regular intervals, it has to be planted. It's really labor intensive. Understood? Laborious. And so 2-3 times that labor is required. Clear? Japanese method. Next method is Japanese method. Japanese method is a very popular and a best method nowadays because it yields 3 times the normal quantity. It involves the use of better quality seeds of the high yielding variety Japonica seed. Okay, so in this method, high yielding variety of seed, especially Japonica seed, is used. Then the sowing of the seed is in raised nursery beds. So it is not like that normal nursery. It is raised nursery beds. So it is prepared in such a way that it is not on that field. It is that the plantations can be in different layers, raised beds. So from the removal also easy, and from the plantation also is. Some of the cases in Japan and all, machines are used. Let us see. The sowing of the seed raised in raised nursery beds, transplantation of the seed is in equal distance rows. It is easy for applying fertilizers. Irrigation is also done regularly during the period of growth. Heavy manuring done both in the nursery and the field because in order to grow more, they are using manure in all the stages because high yield is required, that is good production is required. Then there are 2-3 types of rices. One is upland type, grown on terraced fields on the hill slopes at a higher elevation. Means in hilly tract, we cannot store that water in the field. So a particular variety is grown on highlands. It is a type of little bit dry type. Terraces are made. Terraces means the fields are separated with separate terrace type because bunding is made in between. Bunds are made. Understood? Because from highland the water used to erode that soil downward. In order to prevent that, a bund like, that means a barrier like is made. That is what terraces. We'll see. Huh? So that is a upland rice. Then lowland type grown on flat low-lying areas. Now the second one is next one is that harvesting. How harvesting is done? It is carried out by hand as well as by machines. Have you seen that women folk used to cut that plant and bundled it? So that is called a harvesting. But in large farms, what is done? Harvesters are used to harvest. Machines are used. Understood? So both the ways, that manual labor and machine. Threshing. Threshing is a method to separate seed grains from that plant because the plant is being cut together with the seeds or grains. Now that the grains have to be separated. So in rural areas, what they used to do, with the feet of that humans, they used to stamp on it and separate that grains. Rural areas. But in the large extensive farms, machines, threshers are used to thresh it. Got it? There are different methods. Manually it is done and with the help of machines. Next is that the grains are separated from the stalks. Next, winnowing. Winnowing is that the chaffs to be separated. Chaff means without the grain wala to be separated. That is doing with the help of fans. Fanning. What is that? Some places real fans are fixed and the grains are put. So with the speed of the wind, that seedless, grainless one will go apart and the grain one will remain there. That process is called winnowing. Fanning it and separating the good grains and chaffs. Got it? Next one is that the simple method involves pouring the grains from the height on a windy day when the grains fall to the ground and the chaff is blown aside. Now milling. Milling is done to remove the yellowish husk from the grain. Because when we are harvesting along with the husk only the grains we get. So now husk to be removed. So that process is that there are different processes in South India and all. What they are doing that there are red rices. Red rice we will get. That is the healthy one. That rice bran. Have you heard about it? So that bran is that brown part. So that is very healthy. That is good for the people. So what happened? They used to boil that rice. Rice means that paddy, and then dry it and taken to the mills and separate that husk. But other areas, what is that? Kacha. That one taken to the mills and separate that husk. Got it? Now, traditionally, villagers used to hit the grain in a wooden mortar with a heavy pestle. Have you seen that? So in olden times, when mill was not there, people used to have that kind of wooden or that stone mortar, and with a kind of stick they used to that beat on it, and the husk used to be removed. Earlier times. So people in that our village and all, I have seen this type of things. Earlier, women used to. So it cannot be taken place in large scale. Whatever are the requirements of the home can be done. More, if it is required, it has to be taken to the mill. Got it? There, this resulted in high percentage of broken rice. Modern milling is done by machines, so it is not breaking into pieces. The same size that the rice we will get it. And which are the places? West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Assam, and Odisha. These are the major producers. You just come and take this one video. You just the processing of rice production or methods of rice cultivation. Methods of rice cultivation. Class 10 ICSE. Hindi, na? English. You just this thing complete step by step.
Yes.
This is English, na? Ah. Okay. So, what method of broadcasting? See, that's not a question. Go on, so the whole process with the help of machine. Same. Once it is same, we will take continuity. Mechanical. And
Which you want?
it is mechanical practices involved in rice. This is what Japanese, eh? Japanese setting. Prevent that water. After 2 weeks. I have told you earlier they have to practice one day and all. In lines, one plant only going. Julia have to remove it and one day time. More weeds will grow. So we will take away that fertilizer and all, and they will grow nicely. So weeds to be removed everything. Now ammonium sulfate and potash. This is captive field also, and some places near the houses that from and I think you understood the whole stages. Huh? What the climatic conditions required, what are the processes involved. Yes, you tell what are the processes involved in rice planting. Ah, hmm. Dribbling. Ah. Before that, transplantation. Then Japanese method. After these all are that first planting method. After planting, what is happening? That when it is growing, what to be done first? Hmm. Harvesting, threshing, and winnowing, then milling. Okay, got that all the methods, and which are the states where that rice is cultivated. Major, that the distribution is there, no? That states you have.
China, India,
No, in India, which are the major rice producing states? First,
West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh,
hmm.
Tamil Nadu, Arunachal Pradesh.
Punjab, Bihar, Assam, and Odisha. Some are coastal regions, and some are that other Punjab. Punjab is not at all coastal region, but high quality. Which type of rice is produced in Punjab? Basmati rice. Okay. Climatically, it is not suited, but with the help of irrigation, rice is produced in Punjab. So rice is clear. Which type of crop is rice? Kharif. Now let us move to the next crop, that is wheat. When we talk about wheat, wheat is the world's most important food crop for more than one third of the world population. But India, in it ranks second after rice in importance. See, this shows that many of the other countries of the world are not using rice as staple food. In the world, major uh, food is wheat. Bread and other varieties are also there. In India, wheat is the second staple food. It accounts for about 12% of the total wheat production of the world and ranks second after China again. Yeah? So first producer is China and India is second. So second staple food of India is wheat. Now what are the climatic conditions? You just tell, so I am writing second staple food, second producer after China. Ah. Now, who will tell me about the climatic conditions?
Cool, moist climate.
Okay. Cool, moist climate.
Ripens in warm, dry climate.
Ripens in warm. Temperature
10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius.
10 to 15 during the growing, no?
Yes. And during ripening, 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees.
20 to 25 degree ripening. Okay, clear? Growing season 10 to 15 degree Celsius and 20 to 25 degree during the ripening season. What type of soil? This was only na temperature. Rainfall
50 to 100 centimeter, about 80 centimeter annual rainfall.
50 to 100.
80
Then,
centimeter annual rainfall.
ah. So climate is clear. Then what type of soil is required?
Clay, well-drained clay,
Clayey, well drained.
black soil, alluvial soil.
Mostly it grows in alluvial soil. And this one, black soil region, well drained soil is required. So if it is mixed with that water, moisture is there, then it won't grow good. Because alluvial soil, what is that? It is separated. It's not having that kind of moisty condition. Have you seen? Have you seen that clay and this thing, alluvial soil? Clay used to be there for your model, sticky. So means it contain water. It absorbs water. It used to be dry in summer, so that the cracks used to be formed. That helps in air circulation. But alluvial soil is not like that. It is separate only. That you can see that the beaches and all, what type of soil is that? Alluvial only. Or that the coastal regions. The rivers bring that soil to downward. So that soil is alluvial soil. It is also having that mud, silt, clay, all those things are there. So that is mostly found in the northern plains. So that is good for the growth of wheat. Now next, methods of cultivation. Wheat, you just read.
Wheat sown in October, November. After the monsoon rain and temperatures are low, the soil is moist and easily plowed and fertilized.
So one is that when that rainy season get over, the land becomes sunny. That time only this wheat is sown. But at the same time that winter is about to begin. So water is gone, that is rain is gone, and sun is there, but cooler conditions. The rain.
So the rain appears at the end of the January and harvesting is done just before the intense summer heat sets in the at the beginning of the March.
So we have seen it start sowing in the month of October and harvesting is done before March. So that is what the condition for the growth of wheat. We know that that is the cooler climate in the northern plains. In southern plains or southern part, it is not having that much cool winters. Only in the northern part, winters are cooler. So that is very favorable for the growth of wheat.
Plenty of friction is beneficial to ripening and early harvesting.
So we know that at the same time, cooler climate in the evenings and all, but at daytime it is having plenty of sunshine. So this help in the early ripening and maturing of the crop. Got it? What are the processes of harvesting? You read.
Which is mostly harvesting during using a stick.
Sickle. Have you seen sickle? Half bended that kind of material for cutting purpose. If it is straight, it is not able to cut. So that is a half bended type of door.
However, machines have replaced the stickers in most of the states.
See, we know that the harvester we have seen that the harvesters are used in northern region. Earlier, people used to cut from that root or root just above the root and then bundled it and all, just like in the earlier case. But nowadays, harvesters are used. We know that the harvesters, what is the advantage? Along with that cutting, they can separate the grain source. So this advantage is there.
The traditional method of threshing the crops is
Trampled under the bullock's feet is used to separate the grain from the husk. See, I have told you while teaching that rice. So the threshing is done by humans. In most of the Kerala and other places, this kind of threshers are not being introduced because the large extensive farms are not there. So the human beings are just using their feet to stample them. So that is the method still in use in many of the South Indian states. But here it is having a traditional method of trampling it under bullock's feet. This had to be considered because I just confused with whether mustard is done by the this bullock's feet or wheat is. Because in my memory, that mustard they used to trample under bullock's feet. That is why I asked textbook you have to. Next class you just bring that whenever that kind of confusion is there, I want.
nowadays specified used.
Also use. Now which are the states where this
Uttar Pradesh,
Hmm.
Haryana, Rajasthan, and
Madhya Pradesh, North Indian states only. This most of that wheat producing states. I think now that the break is there. Afterwards we will see that. But still one doubt is there. One question you just to put and then that how threshing. What is the traditional method of threshing wheat? Only that. Video will see. Traditional method of threshing wheat. And method of production. Okay.
Traditional method of
Uh,
threshing.
Wheat. Wheat, threshing wheat. It's not rice. Process by process. Just see only that one.
I will start.
sheer weight. It's what is the budget shots take only you take small. That will be okay. Eight okay. When you make that full process of beat, take. I thought it.
Full process of wait.
That beet cultivation methods.
Which step?
But see, Brahman get like answer, the root gets spoiled. Understood. Whereas rice need that standing water. So that difference is.
play?
No, I think you understood, no?
Yes.
Only thing is that the doubtful part was that is trampled under the bullocks. So they just should given there also. So it's
Yes. Good.